Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Diablo 3. We are playing with the Necromancer and we have arrived in Act 4. We are now in heaven. Well, it's a little less heavenly here. So after a quick jump up and down to town, we have once again achieved our nice consistent look. Sadly, no gear upgrades. So let's get started.
You cannot mean to face Diablo again. Your wounds are barely healed.
The heavens burn. This is your fault, Tyrael. And you, Nephilim, look below and see what your kind has wrought.
The aspect of valor condemns us. This will be difficult.
So the angel that failed to defend his own heaven is now blaming me, a mere mortal. Typical.
The diamond gates have stood since the light first broke over the high heavens. Now they lie in ruins. Imperius is right. I am the cause of this.
You could not have foreseen it.
Long ago, my brethren and I voted to decide the fate of man. I cast the final vote that spared you from extinction. Now humanity has birthed the prime evil.
Demons manipulate angels and humans alike. I can assure you of that.
But you don't understand. Hope has been silenced.
Dire tidings indeed.
We are lost. Diablo is too powerful. Always before, the lords of hell bickered and worked against each other. They undid themselves. Within Diablo, within the Prime, there is no such division. And now, the halls of the high heavens quake beneath his steps.
Boo freaking who, so now you actually have to put some work into defending your heavens. Come on, grow bear.
The prime evil. I can't believe all this has come to pass. Adria played us all for fools. Diablo's influence twisted her inside and out. I suspect we have not seen the last of her.
We have not indeed.
I should have known that Leah's father was the Wanderer. How could I not have sensed Diablo's foul presence within her?
I could not either. It is too sad.
We were all deceived.
But poor Leah. I grieve for her soul.
Whatever her fate is, it cannot be changed by grief.
But we can make up for it with sweet, sweet vengeance and the killing of demons. So let's head into the vestibule of light and do just that.
Gaze upon the destruction I have wrought. It will be the last thing you see. Iskato, destroy the Nephilim. I do not fear you, Nephilim. You'll find only death in this eternal realm.
Okay, let's protect ourselves. This can be a rather intense fight for builds that are not really well at dealing with getting surrounded on all sides. That was just me sucking up more souls. No worry, I'm not actually getting hit here.
The armies of hell will
Now we
trample
are.
your corpses. The shades will devour your soul.
Okay. Let's get our wings up. Hello. Enemy. Enemy. There you go. Suck up more souls. Yay, more mages for the mage gods. Or something along those lines. Is there a mage god? I don't know.
Come aid us.
But yeah, I think I've lost one character before against Iskato, just going in and just not being able to deal with the damage. Might have been after a fight against Asmodon that might have gone a little easier than I had expected it to be, so I figured, no, let's crank up the difficulty. And then, hello, says Iskato. As you see, there's quite a chunk of damage coming out from here. Just have to keep our minion count up, just raise a lot of things to just distract the enemy from us.
Do not fear the end.
The kill counter keeps creeping up though, which is nice. As long as we keep Iskato alive, he'll just summon more and more and more of his shadowy minions. Which will eventually massively ramp up the XP bonus that we get for killing Iskato himself. Like that. Triple bonus.
I draw closer to my ultimate victory.
Okay. 5-minute bonus. Nice. It's almost like we never lost the bonus to begin with. Okay, waypoint up there. We can actually portal to it. Ethereal.
I am Ethereal, Archangel of Fate. It is my duty to record what is and what will be within the Scroll of Fate. But you, Nephilim, you are not in the scroll. Your fate is unwritten.
I would see the angels saved and the heavens restored.
Perhaps fate can be changed. Quickly then, Auriel, Archangel of Hope, has been captured by Ragnarok, the Lord of Despair.
I will free her.
It's a philosophical question. If the Angel of Fate writes all that is and will be, but he can't see what a Nephilim will do, how does he know that his scroll is complete? Because everything he writes can still be affected by, well, me.
These are the Gardens of Hope. The Archangel Ariel cannot be far.
Can we port there? No, but I did hear a goblin.
Not enough essence.
Everywhere we go, they follow. You. Be slowed. Get some more minions up. Get more slowed. Get more minions up. Be slowed even more.
Not enough essence.
Okay, now you can't move any further, which is good. Okay, this might not have been entirely great, but we will kill that goblin, even if it's the last thing we will do. Yes, goblin dead. Excellent. Let's move on with fighting the magic monster pack that was nearby. Okay, I think I don't want to be here. Yeah, let's go with I don't want to be here. I think it's not an unreasonable thing to say.
That was inspiring.
Okay. And let's just recruit a couple more revives and then we move forward. So nice of the demons to announce their presence. Stuff on the other side, sure. We can ignore that. Okay, there are some chaining subjugators in there.
Not enough essence. The grave beckons.
And another Death's Breath. So once we hit level 70, that is when we will actually get access to the final tier of gear upgrades. And when I
crystal
think...
trees will wither if the corruption continues to spread, and all will be lost to darkness and ruin.
And that's also when I think we will start finding more legendaries and things like that, and set items, and where we can hope to piece some gear together. Let's go.
Think yourself free from the chains of fate, Nephilim, but all will kneel before Lord Diablo.
His head looks like he's been hit on the head a couple times too many. It's
My
pretty
essence
flattened.
is too low.
Skeletons, please, focus. Yeah, we can turn his own demons against him, which is rather convenient. And he's gone.
My armies flow through the hell rifts. Heaven will be destroyed long before you set one foot into the Silver Spire.
Tyrael actually has things to say.
Only once in the history of Sanctuary has a Nephilim been as powerful as you. His name was Odyssean.
Some call him a myth.
He was no myth. Because of his noble sacrifice, I saw the inherent potential in your kind. As such, I voted with Oreo to spare mankind from annihilation.
Tyrael blamed us for Diablo's return, yet we are all that stands between the angels and certain death. How can you look into the future?
I see the myriad streams of possibility, all intertwining and weaving into one another. I can hear them echoing forward into eternity.
But you cannot choose the paths.
I am not called to be a champion as you are. My role is simply to observe.
Have you seen the fate of the Prophet?
I know of that name, but the one who bore it lived and died long before your time.
I see.
What is the foretold end of this battle?
Doom and darkness. These heavens ruined. The angelic host broken. Diablo victorious.
It cannot be.
As I have said, Nephilim, your destiny is unwritten. You alone may change these dark times.
And therefore, your entire view of the future is kind of pointless. Shouldn't you have an existential crisis or something now, Angel Ethereal? Anyway.
Thank you, Nephilim. I hoped the Scroll of Fate was wrong, that harmony would once again fill this troubled realm. I see now that all hope lies in you.
How strange.
With my blessing, you can now dispel Diablo's corruption. It hides the rifts which bring his cursed servants to this hallowed place. The rifts must be closed.
We will not fail you.
I have found Ariel, the Archangel of Hope. With her aid, the high heavens may yet prevail, though Tyrael is still lost. Diablo's presence scars these halls, and the battle rages on in his infernal portals.
else. Ooh, more lore.
I knew you would come. That a champion from the mortal world would light our darkest hour. Your courage and nobility shine out across this realm, blinding our enemies.
I do not deserve such praise. Had I acted faster, this darkness never would have come to pass.
I know you will do all you can, for this is your hour. Go forth with my blessing and show all creation why the Nephilim are the future.
Tyrael is no longer himself.
There is a shadow upon his heart, but it will pass. Remember, he chose to be a mortal, and he must overcome this despair as a mortal.
That is what worries me.
Have faith in him. Of all the archangels, his light has always shone the brightest. In this our darkest hour, he will ensure that justice prevails.
What will you do now?
Though the angelic host is scattered, we are not defeated. I will try to rally them as best I can.
Yes, they have always flocked to your call during times of crisis. Or, so I have heard.
Our histories have reached your people? That is indeed promising. I pray that this day will end in another tale of victory.
How do you believe Diablo can be defeated?
Only in the light that lies within you, Nephilim. I will take heart from it and hope for your victory. The future is ever writing itself. Unknowable, just beyond sight and touch.
Okay, that concludes the lore bit. So a quick glance, did we gain some upgrades? Some sweet upgrades. Ooh, the Enchantress is gonna like this. 110,000 points of damage. She's doing more damage than I do. Awesome. Anything else? Boots with movement speed and life regeneration. Well, let's just equip those, shall we? And another pretty darn awesome stuff. Lose a bunch of toughness, gain some recovery. Personally, not a big fan. Gee, these numbers are just off the charts. 8,500 life per hit. Okay, no, what? We'll go with this and let's continue. Gods of Hope. First here.
Be free now, Angel.
The corruption was strongest northeast of here.
Weakness consumes you.
So we'll have to rebuild our stockpile of corpses. Okay, let's move forward.
I need essence. The grave beckons.
Yes, consume all the corpses. Oh no, it was filled with chickens. I knew they were evil. This is the definitive proof. We must start our crusade against the chickens. There's a reason they're called foul, right?
Not enough essence.
2 minutes should be enough to slowly start using revives again rather than simply consuming all the corpses we generate.
Where is Tyrael? Fallen, broken. He knows the truth now. I will be victorious.
Okay, think that's the final simulacrum room. And there is a portal over there.
Look upon these gardens. Now they seethe with the corruption of hell.
Quick look. Simulacrum. Blood and bone. Now also creates a simulacrum of bone, but the duration is reduced to 10 seconds, rather than 15 that we had before. And then for 70 we will get Rathma's shield and a 4th slot for passage. Cannot lose life for 4 seconds after using Land of the Dead, Army of the Dead or Simulacrum. So once per 2 minutes you get 4 seconds, 4 whole seconds of immortality. Very lovely.
Demons come from Diablo's realm of terror in the burning hells. The gateway
I
must be
need
shut.
essence.
Electrified Orbiter, Healthlink and Plagued. So take out one, take out all.
Nations must die.
Let's just step out of the poison here. Seems like a useful thing to do. It's kind of convenient. Attack one, attack all. Downside is of course you can't reduce the damage of the pack by killing single members. You have to endure the entire full strength of the pack until one drops, and then they drop all pretty quickly after one another. Okay, 3 minutes. That is a nice counter. Okay. Hell rifts are pretty small areas.
Be free now, angel.
The Angelus Council is comprised of the 5 archangels who hold dominion over the high heavens. They determine the laws by which all angels must abide. Each of them embodies a pure aspect of creation: valor, justice, hope, fate, and wisdom.
I do like how they do some of the exposition of the world via the books. You get little bits and pieces. It's all optional. If you want, you can listen to it. If you don't care about it, you don't have to. But it is nice that it is there, because there is quite a lot of lore to the Diablo world. Okay, and Hammer Mesh. It's so nice that we can just throw infinite skeletons at him and not have to tank it myself.
Destroy the rift, Oculus. My beams will tear you apart.
Try that again, Diablo.
Well done, Nephilim. Diablo's vile minions can no longer use this rift to find their way into the Silver City. Now only one rift remains.
Cool. One more rift.
That is not the only hell rift. The flow of my legions will not stop.
Let's enter the Gardens of Hope. 2nd tier. Nice waypoint. You know what? Let's use the opportunity to empty our pockets. Obviously there's no shops in heaven, so we're falling back to Bastion's Keep. They were good enough to help us while defending, so of course we can shop here again to our heart's content. Luckily we do have the phone number of heaven, so we can just waypoint back to it. Ooh, new transport. Okay, we come from there, then I suspect we're gonna have to head east. Always east.
My essence is too low.
Skeletons, attack that chicken. If what I remember from Act 4 is correct, then this is also the shortest act of them all. They actually get shorter the further we get. With the exception of Act 5, which of course was the content for the expansion. That is once again just about as long as Act 1. But we should be able to get through Act 4 in only a couple of episodes. The only question is, will we hit level 70 in this one? Or do we have to wait one more episode? I do like how the act changes the normal rhythm a little bit by front-loading you with a couple of boss fights. Then we have the Iskatu and the Rakanoth fights first. And after that we proceed with some more generic areas where we're just facing lots and lots of regular mobs. Okay, we have some offended angels. Sending out the skeletons is definitely a superpower that just really turbocharges your healing. If at any point you're taking damage, just simply send out your command skeletons and your health will really rapidly fill itself up again. Oh, hello there, Nakaraf, the fight ward, key warden of fright. I think you need to be the focus of my attention. So let's just get some mages up, since well, mages are pretty darn strong. Get some more revives up.
Not enough essence.
And there are more revives.
That is not possible.
Okay. And of course, because we are only level 69, we still don't get one of the keys. The key wardens have a chance of dropping a special key that gets you access to a special boss fight upon defeating them. I think at least on Torment 1 and also only once you actually reach level 70. It is a reason for redoing the key warden fights over and over again to obtain the keys. And I believe you could use them in one of the houses back in Act 1. To the just slightly to the right of that miner vendor. So that's in the top right side of town. There is a house there that you can use to. I think there's a device in there that you can use with those keys. It's been a while since I actually did one of those fights, but it was interesting. I think it was a variation of some of the boss fights, but combined. So it's a nice challenge. Yeah, let's just have a look.
No.
I said about that I need to be slightly closer. This was not the portal I was looking for. Oh, invaders. Yellow outlines means, of course, that a rare is here. At least set our skeletons upon it to stay up with my health, but combination of mortar means I shouldn't go too far, otherwise I get bombarded. But yeah, that many purple beams is really not good for your health either. So kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't type of situation. But really, the only good way is to just dance and let your minions do most of the fighting. So give me some more corpses so my essence goes up. So we can actually throw more minions at the fight. Okay, I think there was enough there to revive. Good, good. Okay. Okay, more revives, excellent. Get some more mages up, out of essence. And I think all the add-ons are gone and it's now just the boss. Ooh, Nephilim Orb. Does a bit more damage that way. And that one is dead. Yeah, move faster, unleash terrible blasts of energy. And things will intensify. Cool. And just absorb a couple more corpses just to get the duration up a little. Okay, and that is more or less a full army of revives again. Hello, Razorclaw. You. Skeletons. Attack that demon. So might have lost my mages in the process. Okay, most of the time a named demon signifies that we are close to our destination. Oh, more rares.
My essence is too low.
Do you see that enemy over there? Let us cleanse it from this land.
Okay, it's a little teleportation demon. Mortar, knockback, teleport, juggernaut. So let's just set my skeletons upon it. Max out my armies. Okay, you will join me. I'm seeing less revived big demons than I expected them to. Do they all turn into... Oh no, they actually do. We got some bubbles. For a moment I thought they were turning into these puny little skeletons, but I guess that's all the mage corpses that are turning into skeletons. That's too bad we don't have the benefit of the slightly more surgical way of just reviving specific corpses. But I guess we shouldn't complain too much. No, I just see the revives as more bodies, just more skeletons, and then sometimes they are a little bit more powerful than skeletons. If you look at it that way, and it's only gonna be good, and it can even be better. Right. And we're full on assets again. Looking for the final corruption. At some point it's gonna be hidden underneath one of these corrupted groves.
I draw closer to victory, Nephilim. You are too late, just as you always have been.
I think I've always been right on time. Oh no, wait, that was wizards.
Diablo's realm of terror in the burning hells. The gateway must be shut.
Okay, so now we're getting half skeletons. I'm not quite sure if that's an improvement. By the way, there's going to be one of those big hammer things at the end.
That is not possible. You will make a fine corpse.
Skeletons. Make so. So just reviving whatever is out in the front. Works pretty well. But now, as you notice, level 69, these enemies have quite a lot of health. They do a decent chunk of damage. And my gear is all from level 61. That is why leveling between 60 and 70 is the toughest and also the most dangerous bit, especially the last level until 70. Simply because you will be out-geared or out-damaged by everything. And you have to play much more cautiously than you otherwise might. And things just take a bit longer. And then once we hit 70, we get our final gear tier. And enemies will no longer have that edge over us that they currently do. Hey, hello there, Ring. I would appreciate an upgrade of the unique we had before, but I would settle for anything else. Let's have a quick look. What are you? Rogar's Huge Stone. Increase your life per second by up to 96% based on your life missing. So the less life you have, the more you deal. See, the other one deal increased damage against slowed enemies or triple this bonus against enemies inflicted by any other type of control impairing effect, which might not actually be bad for the sorceress. She does have decent damage output. Yeah, she actually has more damage output than me, at least on paper. So that is good.
A lovely piece.
Just switch them around, and I think this was slightly better than the other one. Cool. So she got out of 140,000 points of damage, and she does nearly double the damage against... oh, wait, I swapped some things around. I wanted Rogar's Stone, you get Crispin's Sentence. So I gain a bit more damage, you gain a bit more damage, but the less life I have, the more effective my life regen is gonna be. And I currently gain 14,000 life per second, which against 500,000 HP is maybe not amazing, but still a bit, it still helps. All little bits help. Okay, slurp up the corpses, and let's move forward.
If you destroy the Oculus, my Hell Rift will consume you.
I'm calling your bluff, buddy.
The Hell Rifts are closed. You have far exceeded my expectations, Nephilim. But there is not a moment to waste. Quickly, you must make your way to the Silver Spire.
We must make our way to the Silver Spire.
The Hell Rifts are closed, but it is of no matter. Soon there will be nothing left of these high heavens. All creation will be the realm of terror.
Yeah, Diablo. Oh look, is that a Tyrael?
Tyrael.
Yes, my friend. I am ready to again fight by your side. I was wrong to give in to despair. You have shown me there is still a chance for victory.
But we must hurry. Even now, Diablo makes his way to the Silver Spire.
I finally understand. Your kind faces death and darkness every day, yet still you find the courage to move forward. It is an honor to be one of you.
I knew you would understand with time.
Okay, but we have finished strolling through the Gardens of Hope, and next up is going to be the Crystal Colonnade. So this is a very nice point to put a cut in and end the episode. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.